Right now, in the center of your chest, your heart is making a decision about circulation, about oxygen, about survival. With every beat, cardiac muscle cells are contracting, pushing blood through 60,000 miles of vessels, delivering oxygen to every cell in your body. But something is changing. Your coronary arteries, the vessels that feed your heart, are narrowing. Not suddenly, not obviously, just slightly more restricted than yesterday. And your heart is noticing. Before you feel chest pain, before you get short of breath, before any test shows a problem, your heart has already started compensating, remodeling its structure to maintain circulation. This is the silent signal. For years, maybe decades, your heart operates in adaptation mode. The process begins in the smallest vessels you can't see, your endothelium, the thin layer of cells lining every blood vessel. These cells are your vascular gatekeepers. They regulate blood flow, prevent clotting, control inflammation. But endothelial dysfunction is developing, maybe from high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, smoking, diabetes, chronic inflammation. Whatever the trigger, endothelial cells start to malfunction. They produce less nitric oxide, the molecule that keeps vessels dilated and healthy, more oxidative stress, more inflammatory signals. The vessel walls become less flexible, more prone to damage. In your coronary arteries, the vessels feeding your heart muscle, plaque begins to form. Cholesterol particles infiltrate the arterial wall. Immune cells arrive to clean up the damage, but they become trapped, forming fatty streaks. Over years, these streaks grow into plaques. Calcified deposits narrow the vessel lumen. A coronary artery that was once 5 millimeters wide is now 4 millimeters, then 3.5 millimeters. Blood flow to your heart muscle decreases by 10%, then 20%, but you feel nothing because your heart is compensating. The muscle wall thickens, left ventricular hypertrophy, more cardiac muscle cells, stronger contractions, squeezing harder to maintain the same cardiac output. Your heart is working overtime to deliver normal circulation, silently, invisibly, protecting you from the consequences of narrowing arteries. Then the circulation cost becomes visible. Your heart needs oxygen too, more than almost any organ in your body. Cardiac muscle never rests. Every contraction requires energy. But as your coronary arteries narrow, oxygen delivery to your heart decreases. The supply-demand mismatch begins. During rest, there's enough oxygen. Blood flow is adequate. Your heart functions normally. But during exertion, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, walking uphill, demand increases. Your heart needs more oxygen. The narrowed coronaries can't deliver it. Myocardial ischemia develops. Oxygen-starved cardiac cells switch to less efficient metabolism. They produce less ATP, build up metabolic waste. You might feel it as chest tightness during exercise. Not pain, not crushing pressure, just discomfort, heaviness, pressure that resolves when you rest. You dismiss it. Age, deconditioning, stress. But it's your heart signaling, I don't have enough oxygen. Your exercise tolerance declines subtly. Stairs that were easy now leave you winded. You can't walk as far without needing to slow down. Recovery takes longer after physical activity. Your body is experiencing the early effects of reduced circulation, still compensating, still functional, but the margin for error is shrinking. Deep in your cardiovascular system, remarkable adaptations are happening. Your heart is remodeling itself. Left ventricular hypertrophy intensifies. The muscle wall thickens from 10 millimeters to 12 millimeters, then 15 millimeters. Like any muscle trained under resistance, it grows stronger. But this isn't healthy growth. The heart muscle is straining under increased pressure, trying to push blood through vessels that are narrowing, trying to maintain blood pressure against rising resistance. the muscle fibers become less efficient. More collagen tissue develops between muscle cells. The heart becomes stiffer, less compliant. Diastolic dysfunction begins. Your heart struggles to relax and fill with blood between beats. Meanwhile, your body is building backup routes. Collateral circulation. When a coronary artery narrows significantly, smaller vessels nearby expand, creating alternate pathways around the blockage. Tiny capillaries widen. New connections form. Your cardiovascular system is literally redesigning its plumbing, trying to ensure every region of heart muscle gets blood. And your nervous system adjusts. Barrel receptors, sensors in your blood vessels, reset their baseline. Your heart rate increases slightly to maintain cardiac output. Your blood pressure rises to push blood through narrowed vessels. All of this is your body fighting to maintain normal circulation. Still compensating, still protecting you, but silently losing ground. Your heart's electrical system is affected too. Every heartbeat starts with an electrical impulse. The SA node, your heart's natural pacemaker, fires. Electricity spreads through the atria, then to the AV node, down the bundle of His, through Purkinje fibers, triggering coordinated contraction. But as your heart remodels, electrical conduction changes. The thickened muscle wall affects signal propagation. Scar tissue from small areas of previous ischemia disrupts pathways. You might notice occasional irregular beats, premature ventricular contractions, skipped beats. Your heart rhythm becomes less predictable. Not dangerous yet, not constant, just occasional flutter, pause, extra beat. You feel it in quiet moments, lying in bed at night, sitting still. Your heart reminding you it's under stress. The electrical system trying to coordinate an increasingly stiff, overworked muscle. Still functioning, still maintaining rhythm most of the time, but the precision is degrading. Eventually, compensation reaches its limit. Your coronary arteries are now 60–70% narrowed. Blood flow to your heart is critically reduced. The symptoms you can clearly feel begin to surface. Chest pain during exertion that's undeniable. Angina pectoris. Pressure, squeezing, tightness, radiating to your jaw, shoulder, arm, forcing you to stop and rest. Shortness of breath with minimal activity. Your heart can't pump enough oxygenated blood. Your lungs compensate by breathing faster, but it's not enough. Profound fatigue that doesn't resolve. Your body is running on reduced circulation, every cell receiving slightly less oxygen than it needs. Swelling in your ankles and feet, peripheral edema. Your heart isn't pumping efficiently enough to return blood from your extremities. Fluid accumulates in tissues. Dizziness when standing. Your brain briefly starved of blood flow. Cardiac output insufficient to maintain cerebral perfusion during position changes. Cold hands and feet. Peripheral circulation compromised. Blood preferentially shunted to vital organs. These aren't random symptoms. They're the spillover. When your heart can no longer maintain adequate circulation, every system suffers. Your muscles are oxygen depleted. Your brain is underperfused. Your kidneys are struggling with reduced blood flow. This is your cardiovascular system making the invisible visible, demanding intervention before permanent damage occurs. Here's what's important to understand. Your heart didn't fail you. For years, possibly decades, it compensated magnificently. It thickened its walls, built collateral circulation, adjusted its rhythm, working tirelessly to maintain normal blood flow despite narrowing arteries. The biology you're experiencing now is not a failure, it's communication. Your heart is finally saying, I need support. And here's the remarkable thing. Cardiovascular function can improve. Endothelial function can recover, with exercise, diet changes, stress reduction. Nitric oxide production can increase. Blood vessels can become more flexible again. Plaque can stabilize, even shrink with aggressive lifestyle intervention. Studies show coronary atherosclerosis can partially reverse, not overnight, not completely, but measurably, meaningfully. Your heart muscle can become more efficient. Hypertrophy can reduce if pressure decreases. Cardiac output can improve with cardiovascular training. Collateral circulation continues to develop and strengthen. Exercise, the very thing that causes symptoms, is also the most powerful medicine. It forces your heart to adapt in healthy ways, strengthens cardiac muscle, opens blood vessels, builds new capillaries. Blood pressure can normalize with weight loss, reduced sodium, stress management. Cholesterol can decrease with diet changes, medications if needed. The electrical system can stabilize as the heart becomes healthier. Your cardiovascular system remembers what healthy circulation feels like. It just needs the conditions to return to it. The silent signal was never a threat. It was an invitation to move, to nourish, to rest, to heal. Your heart has been working so hard for so long. Now you know what it's been trying to say.